Hey everyone, it's Fumshak again. I apologize about the fact that I've missed a few days in my vlog. I've been traveling and moving around, finding an apartment, setting up internet, figuring out water, all the different things that you have to do when you're moving to a different country. So I want to give you a little bit of an update on what's going on. As you know or not, maybe, that I moved to Chiang Mai from Toronto, Canada. So I'm in that Thailand right now. And I'm going to be living here for the next 6 months. I'm going to be working on a bunch of different projects that I've been wanting to work on, but I didn't have the space or the time or the money to do it. So now I'm taking this time right now in this space that I have rented out for 6 months, and I'm going to be working on my projects. I'll be speaking a lot more about my projects as time goes on. And as I said, I'm going to try and do this vlog every single day. So you'll see my face every single day and you'll be hearing about all the different things that I'm working on, hopefully over the next few weeks, few months as time passes by. Hopefully I'll actually have some stuff to report that tells you progress and completion on some of these projects. One of my main projects is definitely going to be the millionairehippie.com website, which I constantly work on. It is my brand and it is going to be the paramount brand that I work on. One of the other things that I'm really kind of focusing on is I really want to finish writing a book that I'm writing about the art of allowing and the art of surrendering. The name itself obviously still in progress, but I'm working on the specific book and I've been thinking about it for a while and I've been wanting to write it, and now I'm going to take the time every single morning. I'm going to be writing 1,500 words. That's the goal. And I want to finish this book in the next few months before 2016 ends, and the first draft at least. And then I want to get someone to edit it and then hopefully send it out to publishers. So that's my second goal. And the third goal is something more personal. I'm going to go start improv. And that's something that is really hard for me to even talk about. I'm scared because I've never done anything like this before. Performance in front of an audience. I can do these videos no problem because I don't know who's listening and I don't really care. But I do care, but I'm not worried about it, In terms of doing it in front of an audience, I'm extremely worried because I don't know who it is and how they're going to judge me and what they're going to think about me and all that. So I'm going to start improv. This Saturday is the first time I'm going to be going to a group. I'm freaking out, but I'm not going to worry about that now. I'm doing it and I'm going to get it done. So those are the three things I'm thinking about right now. Obviously, on a daily basis, I'm going to be creating a lot of content, videos, things like that, podcasts for sure. And I'm going to be writing a lot, reading a lot, all of the different things that I love to do. And I'm going to be spending time in the city, exploring, meeting new people, all of that stuff. So I hope that you hang out with me. I hope that you guys, keep on chugging along with me. I hope that you're working on your own projects as well. And I hope that you share that with me if you're interested or if you're willing. Some of the different things that I realized that I did not know were involved in moving to a different country. I've moved spaces before. I moved from city to city within Ontario, within my province in Canada. But I always had help. I have my brilliant family. They're always so supportive, and so they've always helped me move. And this is the first time I've moved to a different country with no help at all. So I am doing it on my own. I did it on my own. I did all of the different things on my own. I figured it out. And I mean, I obviously had support of Google, and I was part of this amazing nomad group called the Chiang Mai Nomad Girls and then the Digital Nomad Chiang Mai. There are two Facebook groups that I was part of, and those individuals are so helpful in helping me figure out what are the different things I need to look at when I'm moving into Chiang Mai. So I was in contact with them for the last 2-3 weeks before I moved to Chiang Mai, before I flew in, and I asked them a billion questions and they were all so helpful. So if you're ever thinking about moving to Chiang Mai, those two groups are definitely essential. So it's crucial to your move. A couple of things that actually came up that was really interesting was I chose an apartment that was actually a little bit more expensive that I would have normally chosen. I'm the kind of person who is a little bit, I wouldn't say stingy, but I would say thrifty. I try to, if I can do without, I try to go without. And if I can go find a cheaper thing, then I'll go find a cheaper item. And I used a real estate agent this time around to actually find an apartment. My mom's my real estate agent, so in Toronto, she always helps me. But here, I actually chose Perfect Homes, which is a real estate company here, and they helped me find this amazing apartment that I'm sitting in right now. And the thing about this apartment is it was $500 a month. And again, it's not a lot of money for sure. But for Chiang Mai terms, it's actually a little bit more expensive. It's on the higher end. And a lot of other apartments I was looking at were, $300, maybe $250, $400. And I chose this apartment because of the location and because of the apartment itself. It's beautiful, it's airy, it's spacious, it's gorgeous. Has 24-hour concierge, so I feel secure. I know that I'm safe in here, and my parents are a little bit happier as well because they don't have to worry about me. The space itself has wooden floors, which is really, really rare in apartments in Asia, and I love wooden floors. They make me feel so happy. So for that reason, I also like this apartment. It's just a beautiful apartment in general, and the location is so central. It's right next to the night bazaar. And so there's loads of tourists roaming around. I spend a lot of time going to bars nearby or going to coffee shops and then sitting and just watching people walk by. That's my favorite thing to do. And I get to do that here right in the middle of the city, right in the middle of everything. There's a lot of street food stalls around. Obviously, the bazaar is right there, so I get to walk around and look at pretty things, do my artist states there, just do my long walks that I love to do. And so for all the different reasons I mentioned, I chose this place, even though it was more expensive than other places. And I felt an enormous amount of guilt over it. And I don't know how to explain to you this. I usually have a really hard time spending money on myself. That's just one of my things. That's one of my things that I'm working on. And so I realized that this is going to be my only major expense while I'm here, really. Besides internet, which is $20 a month, really. So this is going to be a major expense while I'm here, besides food, but food's not going to be that expensive. So I decided that it was worth it. If I can have a space where I can spend all day long working, feeling safe and secure and happy and comfortable, then it is worth $500 a month, which is not a lot of money at all. So I chose this place. It's on Chang Klan Road. It's a beautiful condominium. I love it. And the Perfect Homes helped me, get that deal. So they drove me around. It was great, and they helped me find a place. And then from that, I booked it. So I got here on Sunday. I slept a little bit. I chilled out. I walked around a bit. Monday morning, the real estate agent picked me up, and we drove around. We looked at about 6 apartments. I chose the first one I saw because it was the one that she recommended, and I loved it. And then the next day I moved in. She picked me up from my hostel with my bags. I had one huge suitcase and one small rolly. And I moved in. And that was it. And then the process of setting up my internet began. There was only one company that serves this condominium, so it made it easier. I didn't have to shop around. I went to their office and I paid 6 months in advance because that is what's required. If you are only booking it for 6 months, you have to pay the whole 6 months in advance. So that's what I did. It was about $120 for the 6 months for 25 up and 5 down, I believe. So the internet is actually really good. This is what I'm using right now, and I haven't had an issue yet. And I also booked water delivery because there's the only thing that you can really buy out here is plastic bottles, and I really did not want to spend or buy 1,000 plastic bottle gloves here. So Dewdrop is the company that I used, and they deliver water. So every Monday they deliver a crate, like 2 crates of glass bottles of water, which I love, which means that I don't feel guilty about all the plastic that I'm using, and it gets delivered to me. It's clean drinking water, it's filtered, and I drink a lot of water, for those people who don't know me. And so that's actually really important to me. I'm chugging water like a crazy person, and I really don't want to be using a billion plastic bottles and throwing them out. This way the glass bottles will be recycled. They pick them up. There's a deposit that you put down. They pick up the bottles every Monday, and they give you a new 2 crate. And it's 45 baht per crate, and each crate contains 12 bottles of 750 milliliters. So that's a lot of water for really cheap. So I set that up as well. And here I am. The rest of it was just, figuring out where I'm going to be eating, what am I going to be eating, what kind of grocery stores are nearby. And I'm lucky there's a couple of really nice ones, the K Market and the Big C. There's a mall nearby called the Pantip Plaza, so that way I can go around and get any of the essential items like toilet paper and all that stuff whenever I need it. 7-Elevens are galore here, so anytime you need any water or snacks, which I really don't usually go for, but if you do, there's a billion of them out here. And I've already gone to a meetup with the Nomad Club, with the Nomad Chiang Mai girls group. So I went yesterday, we met up. I met amazing, amazing bunch of feminine, powerful women. So nice to sit down with them and discuss the different things that they're working on. Every single person was working on a different thing. And it just made me so happy to see that. You know, one person's working on writing a book about nomads, another person's working on creating lessons for math and science. Another individual is a fashion blogger. And so it's just so interesting because every single person is doing their own thing and they're living the nomad life and they're moving around and basically living life in the moment. And just to be around that kind of energy, this is what I was searching for, to have a space where I could, you know, do my work, but also to have a space where I can go and meet up with other people like me, digital nomads, or location independent online business owners who are interested in growing themselves, learning more about themselves, you know, living in this world in an awakened manner and all of that. And so I found my space and I'm so grateful that I get to spend 6 months, the next 6 months until the end of March here. I am so excited to be sharing this journey with you. Hopefully I'll be able to do these videos every single day. That is the hope, to share with you all the different trials and tribulations that happen as you're a digital nomad, the procrastination, the you know, electricity running out, whatever it might be. There's so many different things that happen. So I hope that you guys have an amazing week. I again apologize about the loss of the last week that I did not do these videos. I will definitely keep doing them over and over again. I hope that you have an amazing week, and I'll talk to you guys soon. My name is Boom Shikha, and if you guys are interested, join my free Facebook group, The Millionaire Hippie. Bye for now.